Hi, Jim and Shelley Hike here. This is a Memorial Day weekend hike that we did in the Big Branch Wilderness, just south of Rutland, Vermont, and we entered at the Mount Tabor trailhead and started off on the long trail. This is a great introduction to the long trail. So we just hiked about a mile or maybe two into the Big Branch Wilderness, and we've stopped off here at the Big Branch Shelter, which again is on the shared AT-LT, Appalachian Trail, Long Trail. And we're gonna have some lunch and then head on back on the trail. Good morning. Sunday morning, and we're here at the Peru Peak Shelter. Everybody that's left here is still packing up. We tried to camp at the Griffin Lake, but it was starting to really come down. The rain finally took over, and we took shelter here. And now I am just getting breakfast on. Got my coffee and I'm gonna have some granola this morning. So we're leaving Peru Shelter and we're on our way to Griffin Lake, and the sun is out. I don't think there's going to be any rain today. Shouldn't be any issues finding water. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. I am very fond of this lake. The caretaker that usually lives here all summer has yet to arrive. It is Memorial Day weekend, so they should be coming soon. It's usually a college student. You can stay on the long trail and go up over Baker Peak. That's the way we're going. So stay tuned. So we've made it to Lost Pond Shelter, and we're gonna have lunch here. And here's the privy. Most of the shelters here on the Long Trail do have a privy. I think all of them do. It looks like there's a fire ring. You can hear the creek. So we circled around and we're back on the job trail, and we're going to camp here tonight. This is one of our favorite camping spots. It's right along the Branch River. And I'm going to take you for a little walk and show you some history here. Down this path is a shelter called the Job Shelter. I have been known to refer to it as the Job Shelter, but that got clarified this weekend by a gentleman who said no, it's Job. And this is the remnants of an old sawmill town where there is beautiful apple orchards and some remnants of some farm machinery that they used to use back when this was a village. Here are a few of the apple trees. It's very pretty. And then up that path there is an outhouse up there. I don't think you can see it from here. But what I want to show you, and a nice picnic table, is an interesting seat that's been modified. So inside the shelter, there is a bit of history. And I'll read that for you. So the Old Job is the former site of Silas Griffith's 19th century mill village. It was originally known as Mill Glen in 1869, then as Griffith, and finally as Old Job. And there's some pictures of the village back when it existed. The village operated during the second half of the 1800s and was largely abandoned after 1910. During the 1930s, the Civilian Conservation Corps built the shelter, recently fixed up by the Green Mountain Club. Later during World War II, the Bellows Falls Ice Company logged in here and created the large sawdust pile along the trail. The apple trees in the area were probably planted between the 1930s and 1950s to enhance the wildlife habitat. The Forest Service acts as stewards on behalf of all citizens trying to protect and preserve the remains of the village and respecting the spirit of the place and the people who once worked and lived here. Yeah, so we found this place some time ago, a couple of years ago, and it's a trail that comes off of the Lawn Trail, and we found that sweet camping spot that we just really love, so we're going to camp here tonight. I don't think a lot of people know about this job trail. And here's the sawdust pile that remains from the World War II era. So that concludes our Memorial Day weekend hike. Essentially, we started off on Lawn Trail South and then connected with the Old Job Trail. And then we wound our way onto Griffith Lake, Peru Peak Shelter, Lawn Trail North, Baker Peak, reconnected later with the Job Trail, and then exited back to our car via the Lawn Trail at the Big Branch parking lot. This is a great intro hike, not too aggressive, very relaxing, lots of interesting things to take a peek at. So if you're new to backpacking and you want to start introducing yourself to the Lawn Trail, this might be a good one for you. Hope you enjoyed it.